Hey guys, happy Wednesday. So today we are going to work on TinkerCAD in the circuits. This is going to be, you're going to start on this if you finished the escape room yesterday. If you did not finish the escape room yesterday, you're trying to finish that as soon as possible today so that you can get into the TinkerCAD tutorials. So the big thing about these TinkerCAD tutorials is when I get back, we actually have an activity where we're going to start mapping out the circuit that we will be making for our light up signs. So you need to know how to do TinkerCAD before we get to that activity so that you can actually do that activity. So that's where the tutorials that I've assigned to you are going to come into play, that you need to know how to do these things. So I have assigned, I think it's 5 tutorials in TinkerCAD, and I'm basically going to show you how to find those here right now. So in Google Classroom, there will be a link to this video. There will be a link to TinkerCAD, but you just have to get to the TinkerCAD website. And for many of you, if you haven't done TinkerCAD in the last couple weeks, you're probably going to look like this, in which case you just click on the student accounts. If you used TinkerCAD last week, you're probably already signed in, so you'll get there pretty quick. But you just have to go through that kind of sign in process. So once you get into TinkerCAD, and it's going to go, okay. You are going to click on classes. So this is, I'm going to kind of drag myself over here. So you're going to click on this classes. We haven't really clicked on this one before. And then yours will say your class. I am in a little practice so I can demonstrate this for you guys. So you're going to click on your class name, and then you should all see this circuits box. Inside of the circuits box is the tutorials. Now, unfortunately, they did not go in the order that I had assigned them. So if you're able to remember this, the order that you actually want to do these in is you want to do the start simulating first, and then it's wiring components, editing components, adding components, and Ohm's law. So some of these will take longer than others, but when you just go in, you can click the start tutorial. And this is where I'm actually going to flip over to another screen so I can show it to you live. So just 1 second. Let me get over to my other screen. Okay, so here we are. So this is where I'll be. So when you come into a tutorial, sometimes they have stuff on the screen, sometimes they don't. The big part of these tutorials is actually over here on this side. So there's going to be some reading passages to kind of work through, directions. Make sure you read those. But I'm going to start here. We're learning how to test a circuit design with a simulator. This is pretty short and sweet. So I'm going to go ahead and click next. This one basically just tells you exactly what to do. There's not a lot to it. However, if I go out and I go to one of kind of our longer tutorials, you will see, so if I get back out here, I'm just in a different view of it now. So let's say I was going to do the Ohm's Law one. So if I'm in the Ohm's Law tutorial, there actually is quite a bit of reading for this one. So you can see it over here. You need to read through this. Now, I always like to give some kind of adaptations, modifications for you guys to help you get through it. So this is actually, if you have read and write set up in Google that you can use on here. So read and write is, if you follow my mouse up here, it is the purple puzzle piece with the RW. And I can actually just click on that and I get this extra little bar up above me here. And if I click play, it's going to start kind of reading through that passage. So if you have headphones, you could listen to it or read or listen and read along, but it's just a quick little snippet. Sometimes I find it helps if you highlight it.
Applying Ohm's law. In the last step, you saw how there was too much current flowing through the lead.
So that just kind of walks you through. Obviously, this is an LED, not a LED, so it's not the best when it comes to reading, but it's something. So you would read through these passages. You would do what it tells you to do. Usually at the bottom, it kind of gives you numbers. You click next to go to that next one, etc. Okay. So in your kind of classroom, there are about 5. I might add in a couple extras just because some of them might go faster than others. But these are all great kind of resources, kind of abilities, skills for you to have. So when we get to this again, when I come back, you should be able to do all of the things. So good luck. Once you finish the tutorials, you can just start kind of playing around here in circuits and see what you can build. Otherwise, we'll continue on Thursday. Have a good day, guys.